Anti-Society, welcome back to the Antisocial Planet, and today we are checking out chapters 60 and 61 of Tower of God Season 2, and we've ended off in a few little ominous things as all of these characters start to come together. It's both like exciting because I want them to be together. I've waited a long time for them to be together again, but they're all kind of at each other's throats, and that's the part that is making me apprehensive, because we have Shibitsu and his team outside of where Bomb's team is, waiting to make some kind of move against them because they see Foog and specifically Violet as responsible for Kun's death. Then we have Kun and Wangnan who are on some kind of plan to get one of these special items in this one-shot, one opportunity game that they're currently supposed to be focused on, but everyone's kind of doing their own thing anyway. I think that they all secured like bullets really quickly though, that they were like, okay, we got tickets, we got bullets, let's go off and do our own thing. Like I kind of appreciate that they've gotten to that point where they're like, this is a silly game and we have our own things that we need to take care of. But then we also have Bomb, who is with the Traveler, which seems a little suspicious to me, but he has just come face to face with Endorsi, sort of. She currently has a gun held to his head, so it's a little bit awkward because she sees him as Violet, which is true. He's also Bomb, and he's not responsible for Kun's death, so lots of things happening and kind of in the air with all these other threads. So we're kind of in this moment of holding our breath before something happens with the particular game that's going on, and hopefully things work out okay. I mean, we can dream, right? We can dream that things kind of fall into place a little bit smoother, but let's check out chapter 60. What's happening? Oh, I guess we kind of outed his name. Is he gonna mention that the Traveler, is he gonna mention that he introduced himself as Bomb? Because that'd be a bit of a giveaway. He is more ordinary looking than you might think. Maybe even familiar, one might say. Oh, familiar? Yep, we're getting there. Connecting dots, maybe? Ooh, now that the block is there, does he have his own shot now? I guess maybe the Traveler would too, if he's playing. Oh, he's going for it. Taking the advantage. You did lose focus, yes. Good distraction. Oh, I guess that's too. I was gonna say, I said in the last couple of chapters, is Bomb's fighting style gonna be a bit of a tip-off for Endorsi the way that it was with Kun? But it's not just his style of fighting, it's also the fact that he can keep up with them. So people who are like seeing someone who's powerful enough to keep up with like a Princess of Jihad is definitely gonna be a bit of a giveaway, because it's like, okay, who do we know who looks innocent, pretty ordinary, but also has a lot of power? Maybe. Putting some dots together. His name is kind of like the color of his hair, maybe. Ooh, nice dynamic shot. Good use of space. I love how we've transitioned from the darker background, and then we have this like overlap of his hand with like the outside of the panel, sort of. A little fake, like, oops. Just kind of kicked him towards where he needed to be, huh? Are we just gonna throw bombs at him? I mean, I guess he knows when he shouldn't pick a fight. Like, they're calling her a tank. Like, just throw all of it. Trust me. I love how they did just throw all of it. Like, it's just everything they had. And she's just, like, coughing. They did ruin her hair, though. She might be mad about that. Ooh, and being called a tank. I'm sure she would not enjoy that either. Ooh, that shift from, like, kind of the cartoony, exaggerated anger, and then there's something more, I don't know, sad, wistful. There's something else in her expression, just like that instant comparison between those two panels. It was like Bomb. Also, they have some things chasing them, so you might want to be aware of that one. I mean, you did total the other like security thing that was there, so I like how it's just like awed by Endorsi, and they're just like kind of have like their fanboy moments, and then you have like Bomb who's instantly like, we need to leave, throw everything you have at her, we just need to go. I think he knows exactly who he's talking to. I don't trust them. Yeah, I don't trust him. Something sus about that guy. Yeah, you gotta get caught up. There's a lot of things happening. Your team is about to go up against Shibitsu's, so there's that. Oh, hello, two people that we met before. And the guy who liked to cook his pets, which I just remembered. Oh, that's where Sweet and Sour is. Do they have a bit of a grudge because of what happened last time they met? Don't go. It's a trap. See, this is what I mean. Oh, the way his eyes shift. Oh, I like him. He has father vibes. Takes care of everybody. Is that Wangnan? Were we running? Oh, we got him. Look at you go. I don't know if he'll be willing to give himself up for his teammate. I don't know if they have that kind of relationship. Oh, does he know Kun? Look at that grin though. He's just like, hi, I remember that I did something to piss you off. Aren't people supposed to not know that he's alive? Is this gonna be an issue going forward? I don't know if I trust it. Look, I said it before. I like Kun. I don't know if I trust him, and I certainly wouldn't trust him to shoot me with one of the light bullets. We love the confidence. Ooh. Is that part of what happened? Was that Kun? So they took the deal. And he actually went through with it. Look at him, like, keeping to his word when it's to an enemy. We're gonna have to deal with them again though, which I don't love the idea of. Goseng isn't gonna like that. It's her sister. I feel like also like Kun is kind of being a little bit distant here, a little cold-hearted, you might say. But I think part of it might be also him seeing that they want to prove themselves, right? Like just because Miseng and Prince are like the youngest on the team doesn't mean that they're not capable. And especially with Miseng, we've seen this like recurring thing of her wanting to prove herself. So if I can see that, I'm assuming Kun can see that. And even though it is kind of colder demeanor that he has towards people, and he kind of sticks with the logic and what is going to be the most successful plan, I think it's also part of they need to prove themselves, so let's give them a chance. And it's more beneficial for us to let them do that than to put the whole team at risk to go and get them. Yeah, they're like, do we put everyone in danger to go and get them, or do we trust them to be able to figure this out? I like how Kun's doing all of the shoot thing, because if he does all of it, then he can get the item, right? The white heavenly mirror. I don't like them being separated, even temporarily, though. What's slithering? An octopus of some kind? Is that Beasting and Prince? You're not allowed to have them. We like them. What an ominous way of, like, going back. Oh, is it the other members of Shibitsu's team? Sorry, getting distracted. But I like how ominous it is of, like, them being like, yeah, we're gonna go up to the next part, to the ship. And then you get immediately this catch up with where Miseng and Prince are. Turn them into what now? No, they are not playthings. They are people that we care about. Yeah, weren't they all meeting up? Like they're waiting for their team? Oh, they're moving. He's not, I mean, he's en route, I guess. I was gonna say he's not there, but he's on the way. He's like not mentally prepared to see a bunch of his friends anymore. Like again, he met exactly one when Kun showed up, and he's still trying to get his footing back. I mean, they're not really E rank, I would assume. They're much higher, but it's good to have confidence. Also, look at Anaak go, causing havoc. I want this so badly. I don't know why. I don't know what it is with the matchup of like Anaak and Ran that just like brings me pure serotonin, but something about it, I'm just like, yes, those two, I need them to face off against each other. I don't know who I want to fight against the others. Okay, we have Hats. Hats has Casino. Ooh, because they faced off before. I forgot that they've already gotten into a fight together, so it makes sense to send Hats. Ooh, I'm excited, but also, I mean, I don't care about Casino, so you can hurt him. Okay, buddy's coordinating everybody. Oh, he's en route. He's coming. Oh, but it looks like other people are gonna get in his way. That makes sense. If he's just like out there, there's still this game happening. And people are trying to go for the items, so they're just gonna like try and attack as many people as they possibly can, probably. Oh, and it's a distraction. Like to cure that it's like, here's like Anaak, he knows who her team is. He knows who goes with that. So it's a distraction right before he gets attacked. He will. He does not have time to deal with you, so yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, he's just gonna like get through this because he has places to be. Is he gonna pick up the bullets, or is he just gonna leave them? I think he is picking them up. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff happening. Look, people are not here to play the game necessarily. They're just here to like get through some grudges. We'll call her a lizard, but also, can she tell that he's also a coon? I feel like, look, they all have a very distinct look. Doesn't mean that they get along. They won't like fight each other. Rude. Anaak can understand everything perfectly. She just chooses quiet rage. I like how Novik's like put out with the trouble that Ran like brings him into, but he's just like, whatever. Uh-oh. I also haven't seen Anaak fight since floor 1. I'm sure she's got a bunch of new tricks. Was he not originally with Fook, or did we just not know he was part of Fook before? Also, I haven't seen like all of the characters, we haven't seen them fight since floor 1, and I'm like, they're probably so good now. They probably can do so many cool things. True. Like I said, no one's here to play the game anymore. They're here to just like go at each other, which I appreciate. I do love how easily they're just like going through this. They're like, yeah, we do the thing, we get the bullets. These people aren't worth our time. We want to fight each other. So, okay, so Casino does have a gun. So before there was kind of this thing where it was like, oh, we don't have any bullets. I'm like, who has them then? Because Casino does. I'll probably find out soon. You're talking a lot for somebody who is apparently a predator. Oh, he lost? I thought Hats won. Or was it like a mistelling? Oh no, it was people saying that he won against Hats, and that's why they're like, he's real business then. 20th floor. So Hats wants to prove something now. And like, he does not have a specific plan. He's just kind of going. It has been 10 floors though. It's been 10 floors for both of them though. Oh, nice. Doing better than last time. I also just want to watch somebody like throw Casino around a little bit. I'm still bitter about him impaling Teddy Bear. Instead of just saying hello, he could have just said hi, long time no see. He's changed. I mean, I guess Casino wouldn't have to train the same amount to still be able to win. And then if you have a goal like Hats does, where he's like, I'm not strong enough, I need to get here, then he's going to put in a bunch of training. Whereas if you have someone like Casino who hasn't necessarily been challenged in the same way. He doesn't have a bar to like train to in the same way. Doesn't Hotz usually fight with two blades? I'm kind of curious about why he has one right now. Or if that's like a thing that I should be thinking of and it's gonna come up later. I need you to not hurt him though. We like Hotz. Also, the color work in this season. Love it. I love the thank you of like, thank you for making me want to train harder and getting this strong. Ooh, single annihilation? That's pretty good. Some of the names are cool sometimes, but that one's good. How big her weapon is in comparison to her. Anaak don't care though. What's the little rain cloud? Somewhat fitting for him. No! I wasn't paying attention to how close I was to the end. I'm so sad now. I was so wrapped up in what was happening that like I really was not paying attention. Usually I kind of keep track of if we're getting close or not, but just kind of like in my peripheral, but I was like so locked in that I was just like, go forever. I want this to continue. I love that we're getting Anaak versus Aran. Something about that matchup just makes my heart happy, and I think it's because they have some similarities in like their personality, like their demeanor, but also in their fighting styles. I think they're both really strong and they're used to being really strong, like one of the strongest people in the room, and I just think seeing them go head to head with each other is really fascinating, and I almost think that they'll end up liking each other a little bit. Like they'll get to the end of the fight and they're like, you passed my vibe check. I feel like this might end in a beautiful friendship if things go the right way. You may be laughing at me on the other side of the screen because you've read further than me, but that's my hope, because I think that their friendship would be like them having like sarcastic, cynical jokes to each other at other people's expense, and I want that for them. I think they would find comfort in that. We also have Bomb like en route, which I'm sure like he both wants to protect his team, but he's also worried about seeing like his old friends and what that'll mean, and them definitely wanting to attack him when they see him, because they're going to see him as Violet and not as Bomb, so it's going to be a whole thing with that. But we also have Team Sweet and Sour heading up to the Archimedes, which is great. We like that they're continuing and they figured some things out, but I think Cocoon is still in the game, probably with Wangnon, because Wangnon is not going to leave his team behind, I don't think. Just because that's kind of how his brain works. But we do have Misang and Prince who have been captured by the members, I don't know, new member. One of them is not new, which someone pointed out to me like forever ago, but I like record stuff ahead, so this is the first time I can acknowledge that yes, the red-haired guy is someone from before. I got that one. Thank you for filling me in. But so new members, in that they weren't part of like the original team with like Bomb and Coon. Not all of them necessarily new characters, so they're going to be part of that area too, which I mean is convenient if they're all going to be there in the same place, which means Coon can get them back, but also he's not allowed to let anyone know that he's alive, even though he did when they were with Chang, so I don't know now. He definitely can't let Shibitsu know, because that'll be like a whole thing, but I guess we'll have to find out how he'll navigate that, if he navigates that. If he has Wangnon with him, then I guess he could just like let him be the front of the plan while he sits back and uses his lighthouse and stuff. But so many things happening, so many things, matchups. I like that Hotz is getting to go up against Casino again and prove himself. I also just really appreciate somebody like giving Casino a hard time. I want to know where Teddy Bear is, because I care about him and I'm trying to keep tabs on everybody. It's hard because lineups of the teams keep switching around and people keep being in different places, and I'm just like, there's so many characters. I need to do a head count and make sure everyone's okay. But I just love how this is like completely shifted the focus, where like this like mini game isn't even really what the characters are focusing, what I'm focusing on as a reader. Like it's just like a mechanic that's happening in the background, but what's really happening is we're giving them free time where they're allowed to fight people. And because they're allowed to fight people, they're just like, vengeance, time for payback. And I kind of appreciate that that's like where their brain is. They're like, all right, we're gonna meet these requirements of this test really quick, and then we're gonna do our own thing because they gave us free time to do that. Lots of things to kind of look forward to, if I am still a little bit worried about who's gonna hurt each other and what's gonna happen if people are recognized and that kind of a thing. But you can click this playlist to go see my previous reactions, or you can subscribe so this next time I post a Tower of God reaction, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!